In this video, I'm going to make an animated portal using an old mobile phone. This is a variation of the portal I did earlier using crooked staff terrain textures. See the linked video. As a base, I'm using a cheap vinyl floor tile. You can use foam board or cardboard, but cardboard may warp. I'm measuring the size of the mobile phone, then marking this on the tile. How large you make it depends on how much flexibility and potential phone size you want. Using strong kitchen shears, I cut out a base a bit larger than the intended hole. Next, using a knife, I carefully cut out the hole for the phone. Next, I'm cutting some corrugated cardboard with the corrugations running vertically. I cut these so they are big enough to go just around the hole. I then tape these together into a rectangle . And strengthen the corners with hot glue. Measure the size of the frame and then cut a rectangle of double corrugated cardboard for the top. I'm using double corrugated for the extra strength. Mark a rectangle in the top about the same size as the phone screen. Carefully cut out a hole, making it a bit irregular. Because of the thickness of the cardboard, use multiple shallow cuts. As you can see, I double check a few times to make sure that the phone still fits and that the hole is in the right place. Once done, I hot glue this to the frame, then hot glue the frame to the base. To bulk up the edges, I'm using a similar method to the one used in the Trash Terrain Hills build, which is linked. I'm using envelopes, tearing them up, rolling these into rough balls, which I'm then keeping tight with sellotape. And here are some I made earlier. Using hot glue, I'm gluing these around the framework and to each other. To make the top less flat, I'm taking some packing paper, scrunching it up and using sellotape and flattening the base to make them into small mounds. I'm also making some mounds of single corrugated cardboard which are being glued to each other with a Pritt stick. I then hot glue these to the top. Now I'm going to use the mix of shredded paper and 50-50 water PVA I've used before. I mix these together, estimating by feel how much of the water PVA mix is needed. I then stick this to the framework and base. I then lightly spray this with water and smooth out the surface. Once this is dry and hard, I cover the surface in PVA applied with a wet brush. Once this is set, I cut off any excess paper with strong kitchen shears. I then apply a coat or two if needed of cheap black acrylic paint. I'm then applying a coat of neutral grey acrylic paint. Whilst that's still wet, I'm stippling on some burnt umber and some burnt sienna. Once this is dry, I give it a heavy dry brush with grey. And then a lighter dry brush with white. I then coat it all with Black Magic Craft's basic black wash. To keep the phone inside, I tried a number of methods. The one I finally settled with was to cut some cardboard to fit in the hole to raise the level of the phone, which I then stuck in place to the cardboard with blue tack. These are some sample video loops I downloaded from Pixabay. There are plenty more out there that you can use to configure the phone animation however you wish. Want to help support the channel? Then please like, comment, subscribe, share, join our Patreon, or buying through the Amazon or drive-thru links below helps support the channel at no cost to you.